Hello, viewers. Welcome back to another episode of my show. In one of my previous episodes, I had shared some tips on how to keep yourself focused and how to increase attention and productivity while you're working at home. Now that working from home has become a new normal, it is also taking toll on the mental health of so many employees. In other words, working from home is getting stressful. And it's very obvious that it is getting stressful due to some of the reasons, like you have started feeling disconnected from your coworkers. You started worrying more about productivity loss because of the mundane nature of working from home and having trouble unplugging at the end of the day. So, in today's episode, I have brought to you 6 important tips that you can use to reduce stress at work when the office is your home. So, let's start. Tip number 1, build a routine. So here are a couple tips for building a successful routine. Start your work by setting priorities, like labeling your work tasks with priority levels will allow you to be more agile and adaptable without feeling overwhelmed. If something is low priority, it can be slid without causing you unnecessary stress. If it's high priority, you know how to give it the focus it needs. Another tip to build a routine is don't force yourself into a mold you don't fit into. Not everyone thinks the same way. So let go of the idea that the way you work has to be the same as your co-workers do, your boss does, or anybody else in your social circle does. Listen to your body and mind. For example, if you're always most focused in the morning, make sure to schedule your highest priority tasks for that time. Tip number 2 to reduce the stress is claim your space. Human beings crave comfort. We want to feel like we belong in the spaces we are in. This includes your workspace. Remote work gives you more opportunity to develop a space that energizes and delights you. Why not paint the wall behind your computer with your favorite color? I know I'm taking it too far, but by making your workspace feel like space meant for you, it will become a space meant for your best ideas and your best creativity. Tip number 3 is reduce distractions, which I had talked about in one of my previous episodes. It can be incredibly difficult to create a divide between home and work when they're both occurring the same place. When it comes to reducing remote work distractions, our first tip is make an effort to physically divide home and work. How do you do it? Avoid distracting background media. Put your phone on do not disturb and stick it under your desk. Take small breaks throughout the day. And remember that our experiences are not linear. Tip number 4, allow yourself to be a human. Even the most organized and productive person in the world cannot stem the tide of unavoidable interruptions at home. This is especially true for everyone working remotely with kids, pets, or other family members around. So, an honest advice here is simple: embrace the interruptions. Unless it's a high level client meeting, don't stress over kids or anybody who is around you or who knows what interrupting your calls. In fact, allow those moments to connect you with your team members. You're all people. You all have your struggles, and you have all spilled at least one cup of coffee dangerously very close to your keyboard. That is okay. Tip number 5: take care. Successfully working from home requires a certain amount of mental gymnastics. You have to both separate the two and let them come together. This is most true when it comes to taking care of yourself at work, at home. It can be hard to remember to take breaks without cues from the people around you in the office. But taking breaks is absolutely necessary if you don't want to get burned. It can also be hard to remember that even though you're not physically together, there are people connected to you while you're working remote. So embrace that connection. Send the occasional meme or song to a coworker that they would like. And eventually learn to say no. It's a very important tip. Just because someone asks you to do something doesn't mean you have to say always yes. This applies to both our personal and professional lives and is more important now than ever with the rise of widespread remote work. When coworkers ask you if you can help with something, they are no longer able to see you hunched over your laptop trying to meet a different deadline. Nobody has to do it all themselves. I hope these 6 tips are going to be helpful for you when you're trying to juggle your personal and professional life while you have your office at home. So, with that, I wish you all the best and a successful work from home life. And thank you very much. Please like and share the video and please subscribe to my channel. With that, I take your leave. Thank you. Stay safe and stay healthy.